Welcome back. KU Track and Field stormed the Big 12 championships this past weekend. For the women, Sharon Locady and Dana Levy took home the gold, while Strymar Livingston placed second in the 600-yard, beating his own personal record. We have our very own resident track expert and triple jumper, of course, on the show tonight. Taryn, tell us all about it, lady.
Well, overall, I think that the team was not satisfied with how they performed as a whole. But, we had a few standouts. Dana Levy, PR, takes first. She's been very consistent. She's got that leadership. She's older. Strymar Livingston, an interesting thing, he ran very well in the 600. And it's disappointing in some ways because he would have won every single Big 12 since 2000 with that time. But, that's good that he had someone that beat him because that propelled his time as well. So it's kind of, you didn't win, but you ran a really, really good time. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately for him, there's no 600
You wouldn't let
at
money
nationals.
just blow out of your house.
So that's kind of disappointing, but very good performance from him. A lot of good performances across the board. A couple people that, to look out for and for outdoor, Nicole Montgomery, she's a freshman, super fast, gonna be, I think of her as kind of comparing to Diamond Dixon. She's gonna be someone that is gonna continuously get better as she becomes more confident, and I think that Coach Brewer, her event coach, gives her a lot of that confidence. And you'll watch her run in practice. She runs the splits. She runs faster than she even needs to. And then she gets done and she's just kind of hanging out, and I'm standing over at the jumping pits like, wow, it's absolutely incredible. And some of the other groups, I know that, the jumps group were not too happy with their performances. And so I think as a team, we have a lot to improve on, and there's a lot to look forward to for sure. There's a lot of young people, and there's also some really good foundation leaders on the team, and everyone's super supportive of each other. I know some of them are watching this right now. So, for track being an individual sport and something that's all about, individual performances, except for relays, it's cool to have a team that's so closely supportive. It doesn't feel like an individual sport.
Mm-hmm. No, and that definitely is important to have that family element. Honestly, but especially like other events supporting other events too. Like I did some track back in my day. I didn't win, but I did do it, and I did high jump, and I stuck with it, And I was like really good at cheering for everybody else because I sucked.
Yeah, it's really helpful to have teammates that support each other because, track's not a sport that there's a ton of fans there, so it's helpful to have your teammates are your fans.
That's perfect. Thank you. Some once-in-a-lifetime insight, guys. All right, and now on to swimming and diving, who also had their Big 12 championship this past weekend. Kev, what can you tell us about them?
Well, unfortunately, I can tell you that Kansas didn't win that national or that Big 12 title. Texas did, of course. They always dominate women swimming in general, men's and women's. But Kansas did take second, so that was a positive. They had, in fact, their highest point total in school history with 650.5 points, and they even won 8 individual events. 200-yard individual medley, 400-yard individual medley, 100 and 200-yard butterfly, 200-yard freestyle, and then 100-yard backstroke, and then 2 heats of 200-yard backstroke. So they competed well. They showed up, and they broke their own record. And Taryn, you said earlier that for this Big 12, or for other Big 12 teams, it's not about who wins the swimming Big 12 title because we know it's going to be Texas every year. Unfortunately.
It's definitely a fight for second, and talking to the girls ahead of time, that's definitely their goal. Obviously you want to make your goal to go in and win the whole thing, but they're very realistic, and they were disappointed. I remember talking with them last year. They were not happy with their finish, and they wanted to do much better this year. And they kind of remind me of the baseball team in the sense that they're super close. You can see them hanging out all the time, and so they've got a really strong foundation. I think that all of KU athletics, but especially them, they are super close, and so it was exciting for them to get second, and they're really close with their seniors, so to finish strong for them was important.
Yeah, definitely. Well, looking forward to everything that they can bring to the table. Unfortunately, that's all the time that we have for the Playmakers. Thanks for hanging out with us for the past 30 minutes. Join us Mondays at 6, Thursdays at 6:30. Bye.